Hello. Welcome to the stream, to the developer late night talk with romantic developer. And today I have a stream number 208, which is more than 200, less than 300, but truly more than half a year. So we doing a lot of things, and I just confirmed that my audio is going through, so it's fine. So let's try to execute my stream utilities. And it says it's no active stream found, probably because it still couldn't see the stream because of some delays. Probably we could look into that in more detail slightly later. So far, I'm just sharing some README file of some tool which I use, which we built during the streams for as my helper for, yeah, now it's found, for transcribing video, for describing video, for creating titles, subtitles, and so on, so on. Also for our live chatbot, which is just said, hello everyone. Chatbot is active, and it doing it when it's active. It used some context from my screen. So if you will look at my screen right now, you see that it's chatbot log, and below is what I'm just talking around. It's a local whisper, so I don't use any SDK to do that. Probably it should be configurable, of course, just to offload something from your machine, but it's how it's working right now. So we have all the type of SDK, all the type of capabilities. We tried DeepSeek, we tried Llama, and other models locally to execute it, but at the moment I'm using ChatGPT 4 mini, which is super cheap and super steady and super quick for me to execute. So I spent more time to download my video from YouTube just to properly transcribe it, create proper subtitles, and I upload the subtitles replacing default one. So all of those. And on the link you can see how to do all of those. Okay, what we can do today? Let me think. Yeah, we have our some top AI news from yesterday. Let's see if we have any new news from today. And let's say starting from February 7 or later, top 6 AI news from that range. Please choose most magnificent. Magnificent. Thank you. I don't remember where I learned that word from. Maybe during my series, when I watched some series of Doctor Who. And initially I just started watching them, just for spend some time. Previously I like to switch on some movie or series and yeah, just talk about, just do some work and listening it like in background. But very soon Doctor Who become very favorite movie. It's even if it's very hardly science fiction, it's a very beautiful fiction, of course, and there are something from science, and there are so many races, so many heroes and characters in that movie. I like Daleks, which called exterminate. They're so steady from series, yeah, to series. So major AI news from today. Again, even it's not exactly very recent, we already saw it, but leading American technology companies not only lift bans to weaponize their AI research, like Google did very recently, not just remove all the diversity and inclusion guidelines, rules, or slots from their programs while they do hiring of new people. Not only they just, by the way, I didn't heard the same about Microsoft. Uh, as well, they didn't did some layout of their workers. All three companies did it its own way, but they let go around 5% of their total employee number, at least in the United States, and they now invest in the money that they received, $300 billion into AI infrastructure, which totally understandable because with AI Hub, it will not go anywhere. With DeepSeek, with not DeepSeek, I mean, it's now part of our life and it's quickly emerging part of our life. So if you haven't chance to see all that AI stuff, come on, do it the sooner the better, because otherwise you will be just behind the train, behind the technology train at the moment. Amazon, okay, they also investment another 100 billion infrastructure into infrastructure to support artificial intelligence. So they do more than Microsoft with their 80 billions and Alphabet, which is Google, with their 75. So I think, Amazon understand. Okay, we need, take on, we need take a good seats in the train because otherwise, and probably even better seats than Microsoft or Meta or Alphabet. Some photographer discovered that his images were included into dataset used by AI researchers without his consent, allowing commercial AI companies to replicate his work without paying royalties. Yeah, it's basically a problem for everyone. And it's very hard. So you learn something. Yes, you go and learn something. Okay, let's imagine you're not AI, you are human. And you learn some I don't know, read some books, you watch some movies, some documentaries, watching some photos, etc., etc., etc. So you're gaining your learnings. You learn how some products work. And after some time, if you're smart enough, you can replicate something. You can create your own product. Let's say I'm right now as a side project looking into building some 3D filament machine to produce 3D filament from bottles. So just not to throw away bottles, because Elon Musk said that even if I divide all my trash into, recycle, normal trash, or yard, Elon Musk said, and many confirmed, that it doesn't work mostly anywhere in the United States. So all your recycled trash go just to normal trash, and it's still not repurposed properly, which I believe, because it's very hard. I see what people throw into recycled trash, and it will require a lot of resources just to do proper, classification of those trash, and you provide proper use to all of those. So, and as side hustle, I trying to use some of those trash for good. And again, I see that the principle. So I took some project from Kickstarter from last year. I had a commercial license for that project, but once I received all the instructions, it's very, usual. It's okay. It's just maybe some form which person used to build this device some interface, let's say, for that. But all the mechanics, it's completely not new. It's very simple. You just provide some plastic through the small hole, which is very hot, so it could melt. And with slow speed, you just pull it, and you receive your pretty fine filament line string, let's say filament string, and you can use it for 3D printing later. Nothing new. I mean, no new technologies at all. It's just way of yeah, having some elements again which are very logical on some device. That it. So of course it's more complicated with photographer because he chose a proper angle, he did a proper image, and then he sees that AI which learned from his work, not only from his but from multiple others, replicate some of the animals in similar way how he did. And come on, if I were a photographer like beginner and I have a chance to follow some master's work, probably I choose the same angles or the same, distance, whatever, because they already do it cool. So as part of my learning, I did it. Of course, if you ask me, please move closer, one side, another side, probably I can do that. But should anyone blame me that I try to repeat some good things without paying royalties? Should I pay royalties to every person who understands as well that we need to just hot, I don't know, just make a small hot and yeah, pull that a filament through it just to receive it in proper diameter. I mean, there are multiple things which are very, very, very understandable. Once you understand it, you couldn't forget it. So once you see an elephant, you couldn't forget how it looks like. Should you pay royalties to the person who did a photo of elephant? Unless you use exactly his work. I don't know. Of course, Rihanna criticized use of AI generated voice. You know, I saw multiple videos before which when just usual persons replicate voices of some celebrities without even use AI. So the question is, should we sue all of them just because their voice matches some other voice? Come on. Yeah, I understand. It's two different questions. Just replicate voice or use that voice, for example, to gain some money, for example, in advertisements or in some, in some commercial products. Probably that should be prohibited, or at least you should have ability to go and sue that company or person who did it. But otherwise, come on, if you're doing just for fun, okay, good luck. Again, all people hate AI so much, but basically AI not doing anything which other people didn't done before. So yeah, I don't know. Comprehensive AI regulation aimed global reactions. Okay. Yeah, we discussed it multiple times. I don't want to go into the details, but what I believe is that European Union choose not the best path for AI regulation. Debate over necessity of massive AI investments. Of course, with all of those things, people start discussion. Do they need to spend like $500 billion or more on AI infrastructure and on AI development? Yes, they need, but they need to do it efficiently. So if DeepSeek show way how we could develop next level of quite advanced models for very cheap, we should use it. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't stop investing into AI just because DeepSeek use brain. It doesn't mean that AI not worth it. It means vice versa. It means the possibilities of AI much more than we expecting right now. Okay. Any cool models released in the last 5 days? Public and private. Let's see. Did it understand which models I mean? Probably yes, because we talking about AI news, so probably not models of the car or models of the design in architecture. It understand me right. So Google Gemini 2.0 Flash Lite. Google introduced the Gemini model, is most cost-efficient AI model to date, designed for high volume, high frequency tasks. Flashlight offers improved quality over previous models while maintaining speed and affordability. 1 million token context window and multimodal input. So 1 million token context window sounds good, really. Even so, we have models supporting 2 million tokens, but most of the model, of course, way below, about 200,000 tokens, not millions of them. And do we have some? Okay, we don't have anything with compared to the other models. Okay. Is there any? Okay, no, some, yeah. Deep research tool. Yeah, we know that it's deep research and it's working good, but on some specific tasks. I try to use it on multiple tasks, believe me, on multiple tasks. And you should be very clever, yeah, making proper prompt for those models just to see its full potential because, yeah, because. And DeepSeek R1 model February 7. What? It's not yesterday. Chinese says that DeepSeek released its R1 model, which has gathered significant attention. Okay, it's news from 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Of course, it's. Oh, really? Can I just? Nice. They could find that thing, but I couldn't. I couldn't read that. What they can, what ChatGPT returned me for free. It's interesting. So what if I just remove that window and that, and do I can specify something like as mean hate, maybe just hate, like I don't know, like okay. I want on the element heat like 400 pixels for thousands. Let's say scrollable. Okay. Outer. And most probably it's not this. Maybe this one. Let's do the same thing. Heat. It would be maybe fit content. Scroll. We don't have scrollable. I'm yeah, outer. Smooth, inherit, revert, and set. I believe there is some property like scroll, like maybe X scrollable. Scroll margin, scroll padding, scrollable width, scroll behavior. Oh. Still. How to see the content here? So we have first, and then we have some content. Okay. And that content, another section. So deep sections. So somewhere we should be successful with our strategy, I believe. So that is the article. And we just display, okay. Oh, probably we need to say overflow and say scroll, but it doesn't understand overflow. Overflow, scroll. Yeah, maybe, you know, maybe we don't have anything textual loaded. Maybe they just check and even try not to load, because in most cases when they show something, they just, yeah, not many things here. So in many cases they just load something and they just show some banner on top, just prevent you from looking on it. But here maybe they just yeah, don't allow you to completely load it because you don't pay for the news. Okay, but R1, yeah, released quite ago, and they didn't mention about human. The model we looked yesterday, some human something. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, so let's probably try to go one level up. Maybe we can do something today, something interesting. For example, let's, okay, maybe I need now move myself somewhere. No. Maybe I move myself here. Okay. And here, what if we just try to see, let's do some overkill. Let's call Python prepare. Yeah. And let's go here, copy all of this, and let's ask some of our model. I heard that they actually do improve some of the models here. To allow them okay, I just was able to load it and I refresh the page and okay, now it's loaded again. So let's say hi, I have a stream bed file. Actually, do we gather that file or not? Let's check. So prepare for LLM, and we gathering only files which are combined file. Okay, please come on. What's going on? I understand that Whisper took some of my processor work, but come on, guys. Please, really. I not often see that Windows code not responding. Windows code is pretty lightweight. So we go through all the directories and then probably let's include, let's try here. We just want to ask, please override to check file extensions for hit in predefined list declared before. Okay. Yeah, very logical. So let's just include extension. So we have our no. Maybe bat or maybe even txt. What if we do that right now? Oh, maybe once again. Okay. And let's go and ask our question. I have a streambot file which starts Whisper and transcribing service and chatbot. Can we look for errors in chatbot which are saying that stream is not live anymore, and try to close both programs, and after that execute full processing like Python main by full process update YouTube stream ID. What changes should we do, and how better we should implement it? It's very rough language, of course, but let's see what our reasoning model will do. Oh, we haven't sent my latest code base is. So let's see what it do. It says start chatbot, and it will go to log, and it will go to log. We do timeout, no break null, monitor loop, and we try to find some string. And after cleanup, start full processing, update YouTube. Actually, pretty cool solution. Without even knowing our code, it's did a pretty cool response, which basically should work for us. Yeah. I provided the full code base. Okay. Cool. Okay. So let's see what it proposes us to do. Handling. If not stream details, logger warning, no active stream. Monitor stream continuously to verify the status. Write specific exception or set flag. So stream connected stream is not live anymore. Stream offline error. Okay, exception. Okay. Self cleanup and trigger full process. Stream offline error. It's something error we generate ourselves. Okay, and what else? Currently, you launch live chatbot in separate KMD windows via StreamBot. To terminate this when the stream goes offline, consider the following option. Instead of relying solely on task kill, which lets select and terminate other pattern process, modify your launcher to capture the open handlers for each process. Then, when you detect that the stream is offline, use the process object terminate or kill methods. PSOTils. Okay. Automatically executing full process after cleanup. Combine full process, update YouTube, execute. Error handling, process supervision, final thoughts. So stream here is active. Can you please double check your approach and provide all the details where I need to insert new code, please. So it's how current developer works. Everything we can ask ChatGPT, and what left for developer, communicate with his boss and communicate with ChatGPT. I don't know. Of course, I'm oversimplifying the things. Not all the tasks are so simple the ChatGPT can handle them, or any other LLM will handle them, unless they're very, very, very detailed and very low level, just to support that autonomous task execution engine. 16 seconds. Okay, live chatbot Pi. Let's actually try this. But the thing is that I couldn't test it unless I finish the stream. So maybe it will continue for several days. So modify run boot loop in chat. And we have connect to live stream, bot ID, insert new check and exception handling as follows. So find active live stream video ID. Let's go and see. So we doing call chat messages next token. Basically, we couldn't handle that fetch live chat message. Let's see, do we have this method? Okay, we have. So, and later we need to insert some exception. Okay, exception for stream offline. Exception for stream online, logger, detect offline stream, clean up. Now we need to define that clean up. Let's copy. And in cleanup, I just add it here. Nice thing that we will execute exactly the same function. Video ID and live chat ID. Okay, that probably will not work. Full process, update YouTube, video ID. Activate live stream helper. In your live stream helper, you can use but that should be executed in virtual Python env. Will it work this way? Back in stock. Let's see the answer. A few seconds. Command. Because the activated virtual set the path, so the command pattern is also a virtual environment interpreter. Sys executables. Okay. So let's just go and try that. We have import sys, it's a process. Let's go down to our method, new defined method. Now we could remove subprocess, but include that Python executable, sys executable, command Python executable. Execute in full join command, okay. And it's a process run command. Okay, it's what we will test. Override. Override. So just to test that, let me go here and just stop the chatbot. And let's say Python live chatbot restarted. Okay, authenticated, connected, send message. So let's ask something from chatbot. Just to confirm it's alive. So it's alive, it's received. It's replied to me, hi romantic developer. I'm just a chatbot, but I'm here and ready to help you. How I can assist you today? And what is interesting that it's a message is for streamer, response for comment from is required or no. Let's now check the streamer tab if it will announce the streamer, and yeah, I'll switch
Hi,
back.
streamer. How we're doing?
And let's see. Now, because we sent message to streamer, it's a yes. But the interesting thing is that it decided not to respond to that message, and it says skip message. You probably don't see that. But if I move here, you will see that now it says skip message here, and decided not to respond in the chat as a chatbot. So we saw right now its intellectual abilities. It's AGI effect. AGI effect. Because the chatbot decided itself when to reply to messages and when to announce them to streamer, when not. So it's pretty cool. I mean, not GI effect, but AGI. AGI. Oh yes, yes. You see, Whisper now also take properly my word about AGI, but of course not burn. But okay, maybe it's my pronunciation. Okay, guys. So what I will do, I'll try to stop my stream now and check my code. If not, I will send the issues to the chatbot again and try to fix that till my next stream. So once we have properly working stream, properly we could add some condition like some argument if it should call update on the stream, etc. And we then could commit that code. So maybe someone will use it just executing chatbot, and then it will automatically, once stream is over, it go process it and update it. Sounds fantastic, yes. So if you're interested in those code, just go and check on GitHub what we have committed so far. We are ready to commit slightly more, some recent updates. But yeah, it's of course, our main priority would be to build it in cloud, so it doesn't depend on my local computer, and we can do everything in cloud after that. Okay, so what else to add? No, free will. I didn't say that. It's heard, I don't know from where. Whisper hallucination, but hallucination nice. So actually I thought quite some time about AGI, or true artificial intelligence, which could learn and could evolve itself, at least to some extent. And I believe it's very possible now. And I'm just curious why everyone keeps silence about it. Maybe results are not as good as they expect, or they way too scary than they expected. Who knows? But yeah, thinking about it, I think that even initial models. So the problem is like with kid, with AI problem like with the kid. When you have a small kid, it goes everywhere and keeping us questions, so many questions, multiple questions. It like you to read, it like you to do some physical things, emotional things with the kid. And initially just listens for first year. It's probably not talking. It just learned how to move, how to identify itself, and it took a long, long time, more than a year, you know. And human brain, even in small child, is very powerful, very, very powerful. And then only after, like, let's say 2 years or 3 years, we would start chatting with kids. And then there is some period, maybe another 10 years, when kids are so curious, they spend all the time in curiosity, learning the things, doing something, learning on their own mistakes or own successes, and so on and so on. So it's a very long process, even for such powerful brain like human. And here, even if we build that, which I'm sure for 100% that it's already built. It's not as complex actually. But the thing is, number of, let's say, input sensors to that model, and someone who will teach it, like a human, and maybe it will require much more time to teach this model rather than human, because human brain, even from very small kid, it's, it's like you're applying some genetic algorithm on some weights in these models. So it's already have good basis. It just need to add few associations, and that it could learn like that. But without that basis, it's like you could speak to that. It's never possible to change something just to start understanding you. It should be a base, that base already built in initial, like, weights of this model, of the neural networks, etc. So it could process what you're doing, and response, receive feedback, and so on and so on. But feedback models, actually, we start with feedbacks models. So initially, when you start writing something, you reply and model. If model replied itself not properly, said it's not proper solution Z, and it go and update all that coefficients just to provide better solutions. I mean, in very simple model and very initial models we ever built before in past, like 30 years ago. And now we say, okay, we can train, and that's it. We couldn't make it rebuild. Come on, why not? You could, and it's not too high computer power required. But yeah, the question is that probably you need slightly more memory, of course, and add more, like, modalities, like add more modalities to that model. And I believe maybe huge team of moms and dads for that AI, who will talk to it, who will teach it once it provide some signs that it want to be taught, and so on and so on. So there are pretty big investments required. But after that, I believe it would be, of course, pretty insane results received after we do that. And I think that all those billions of dollars in China, in United States, it's all because people are already thinking about it, not only investing in AI infrastructure and data centers, but also in that algorithm, in the different tryouts around those models. And believe me, there are a lot of work going on right now. So yeah, we go to the real AGI with the very big steps, and we are not ready for that AGI in any sense. Maybe that's why we never listen news about it. So let's hope somehow we will be ready and be prepared. and it would be possible if we will have much better self-awareness than AGI. We have some values which couldn't be properly understood and hopefully could be respected by AI, especially if we respect that AI while we building it and while we teaching it. So we should do everything with love, even with AI thing, because AI, of course, maybe it couldn't feel love, but it could catch all your feelings very, very, very good. Believe, because you people show their feelings very simply, very easily. It would be intonation of your tone, your breathing, your mimic, your muscles work. Everything will show your feelings, what you're actually thinking, and so on, so on. We are live persons, and it's no secret for AI what we're actually doing, thinking, etc. So of course, I more than sure that people should have some not only technical level skills while working with AI, but also soft level skills. And soft level skills, of course, soft level skills of love, acceptance, and some wisdom. And even if we don't work on that super complex AI stuff, let's also develop those soft skills, let's say that, which we had from the nature, from God, from creations, I don't know, and let's evolve them and keep them and not treat them properly. Okay, guys, as I said before, I'm not up into much coding or doing this week. It was crazy week for me, and I'm not sure about next week, but at least I'm thinking that maybe I'll have slightly more time and I'll try to think about my plan, and it would be slightly more aligned, and maybe I could even show it on my stream somehow, maybe in some space somewhere. So yeah. Also, I have a dozen ideas of improving the current functionality. Really dozen ideas. So hopefully we have some time to do that in both in maybe free version or in cloud version as well. Okay. Wish you a very good day, a very bright day, and wish you acceptance, wisdom, and love, because it's all we need, at least, to survive what's waiting for us. Okay, guys, see you, and yeah, join me, leave a comment, subscribe, like,